It started like any other normal morning. I was heading to the kitchen when I noticed an envelope placed neatly on the counter. My name was written on the front in his unmistakable handwriting, steady and familiar, staring up at me. At first, I assumed it was just a quick note. Maybe he had gone to work early or decided to visit his mother. But the moment I touched it, something deep inside me shifted. A knot formed in my stomach, heavy and certain. This wasn't a casual message. There was a strange weight in the air, like the house itself was holding its breath. The silence wasn't peaceful. It had presence, almost like it was trying to tell me something. No shoes by the door. The bed still made, untouched. Everything felt off, and I hadn't even opened the envelope yet. My hands were already trembling as I held it. Deep down, I knew this wasn't going to be okay. There was a finality to the way it felt, like the stillness before a storm when the sky turns the wrong kind of quiet. With shaking fingers, I opened it. Inside, at the very top of the page, were just two words that hit like a punch to the chest. Goodbye, Emmer. The rest of the letter unfolded slowly, like a confession, not mine, but his. The words poured out with calm precision, composed yet heartbreaking. He said he had known for a while, ever since the night I came home wearing a different cologne than usual. That evening, I told him I had stayed late at work. But he knew. He had started piecing things together long before that. The hushed phone calls taken in the other room. The sudden need for extra showers. The girls' nights, that weren't what I said they were. He hadn't missed any of it. But what broke me wasn't that he figured it out. It was that he didn't confront me. He waited, patient, quiet, giving me time to tell the truth, hoping I would. He watched the person he loved turn into a stranger, someone distant, someone unreachable. It ate away at him day by day until he felt empty, until he had nothing left to cling to. He wrote that he didn't hate me, and that was somehow worse. If he had yelled or accused me, I might have accepted it as what I deserved. But instead, his words were controlled. Hurt, yes, but not angry. He said he still loved me, but he loved me enough to walk away. Staying would have only destroyed us both. And that's when it hit me he was already gone. I sank to the floor, let her clutch tightly in my hands as sobs racked through me, not just out of guilt, but out of the realization of what I had truly done. I had traded something real, steady, kind, dependable, for something fleeting, something shallow. The man I cheated on wasn't just a husband. He was the one who did my laundry when I forgot, who massaged my shoulders when I was anxious, who knew exactly how I liked my coffee and kissed my forehead every night without fail. I thought he didn't notice things, but he did, quietly, deeply, without ever needing to say a word. And I had taken all of that for granted. I tried to reach him right away. I called, but his phone was off. I sent texts, emails. I even drove to his office, but found out he'd taken indefinite leave. That's when I realized this wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision. He hadn't left out of anger or revenge. He had planned this exit because his heart had broken long before the letter ever reached my hands. The days that followed blurred into one another. I kept replaying moments I dismissed at the time. The way he lingered in silence after I came home late, the dinners where he waited for me to speak, and I never did. The mornings when he gently asked, "Are you okay?" And I answered with a fake smile. Part of me wanted to believe he might return, that maybe, given time, we could talk, heal, try again. But days turned into weeks, then months. Eventually, I heard through mutual friends that he had moved away, settled in a smaller town, built a quieter life for himself. He never said a bad word about me. When people asked, he simply said, "It didn't work out," and left it there. Eventually, I wrote back, not to defend myself, not to make excuses, just to tell him the truth. I was wrong. I loved you, and I ruined something beautiful because I didn't know how to accept real love. I never got a reply. I didn't expect one. He had already said his goodbye. That letter he wrote, I still have it, folded neatly, tucked in the back of a drawer I rarely open. A quiet reminder of the kind of love that watches, waits, and hopes, and how easily it can be lost if you don't protect it.